Right, hello guys and girls. Today's a special day because we're fishing. It's always good to be fishing. Anyway, today I thought I was going to show you how to catch bream on hard bodies, at least how I go about catching bream on hard bodies. I pulled out the first tackle box and this all Pontoon 21 stuff, so I'm going to run with that. I've got a little handful of crackjacks here. I've just put some new hooks on, so I'm going to whack them on. We're going to start off just in a real narrow river. We're just going to work our way up. It works its way into a big sort of bay, I guess you could call it, or inlet, tea tree lined. So first we'll try some close quarters stuff and flick some hards just into the tea tree lines, into the snags, and then we'll work our way into the more open stuff where we'll hit some flats and that. So Pontoon 21 is the go, bream at the target, and we're going to try and give you some tips and pointers on how to catch bream on hard body lures. So we'll see you out there, mate and mates. Mate and mates, girls and guys and gals. What an idiot. All right, here we go. Oh, hit it. Oh, come on. Stop that right there. Yep, got ya. Yes. Come on. Yeah, little punk. Yes. Straight out of that snag. I reckon there might be a few more in there as well. Wicked. Oh, it's going to get me net and scoop him up. There you go. First victim. Yeah. Wicked. These midges are everywhere, as you can see. I've got my pants on now from before I didn't. They're just killing me. That's what we're coming for. Not so much the size, but we're not going to complain with that. It's more about catching them on hards today. So just out of that snag right there. Oh, a few twitches, took it on the paws. Typical twitch pause strike scenario from the old Brimbo there. Happy with that. Good stuff. Get it in the well and keep it in there, see what we can get at the end of the day. But it's a good start. Happy with that. Yes. March here to join the crew. Me and Crisco are getting absolutely mauled by midge, mozzies, march flies. So if you see a lot of that and a lot of this, you know what it is. Yep, whack, got ya, yes. Yeah, small little stick just popping up out of the water. He must be sitting right on it. I'm going to stop my motor here because there's actually a nice little snag coming up as well. Wicked stuff. Oh, here you go. Again, not a big fish, but fun nonetheless. Oh. That's another little quality little fish there, a little Crackjack 38. Little deep running model there. Perfect example of getting the lure where it needed to be. It was hard on the bank, right next to a piece of structure, tiny little stick popping up, and he was sitting right on it. Good stuff. We'll get him back in the water. I've got a little snag right here popping up, so I reckon I might, if we've got any luck, be able to pull one off that as well. Good start. Yeah, little buddy. Off you go. Oi! I got a rocket. What I'm doing is sort of getting that cast out as deep as I can in, and I'm starting to retrieve off just with a few little twitches of the rod and not much winding, just to sort of, yep, oh, do that. Just keep it in that strike zone as much as possible. Just had to take it then. All right, if I was paying a bit more attention, half my mind's on the mozzies. Let's see if we can get him again. Yeah, that's where I want it-ish. Had a little kiss. Again, I think I've exhausted my chances. A lot of the times you get one hit from them, they'll sort of feel that it's not real. In this case, we're fishing the hard body, so they get their lips on it. Big hard bait, nothing like that in the ocean, so that's not real, no go.
Yeah.
I have to move on. Got ya. Yes, yes. Yeah. You shouldn't have moved. Yeah, boy. Another one in the bag. Booyah. Oh, I never even needed the net for that. Oh. This lure seems to be doing the goods quite well. Just a quick release on this one. Later. Now, we've got ourselves a nice bit of a structure coming up here. Got one of these little bays here and a nice snag to finish it off at the edge. That's where I want it. Oh. All right, it's quietened down a bit in the old skinny channel, so I'm gonna head out to the lake and hit a few of the flats. A similar type of structure, it's just a lot bigger, a little open expanse, shallower water, fishing the same sort of tea tree lines. Then I might get out the fluoro, chuck on a bit of a bigger lure, and see what if we can come up trumps. It's just getting a bit quiet in here. Don't want to waste too much time, so we'll see if we can show you a thing or two on the flats. Giddy up. Alright guys, before we move on to the flats, we thought we'll go over some of the bits and pieces we have been and will be using for the rest of this episode. So, as you can see, it's all laid out in front of me. Firstly, I'm going to start off with the rods. The one you've just seen me use inside doing that skinny water stuff is one of the prototypes I got Howard to come up with. It's a 5'3" 5'4" rod. As you can see, it's extremely small, tiny butt handle. We've got K-series micro guides running straight through, so it makes it a breeze for casting. Really well balanced rod, makes it really good for maneuverability. When you've got an angler next to you, you got the Minn Kota next to you or something like that, and it's harder to get those casts in when you get right close to a snag, having this small rod really allows you to, with ease, to sort of be able to maneuver that rod easily to do those sort of casts you wouldn't be able to do with a longer rod. I'm running a 1000 size reel on it, Yamato resin shallow braid, 9 pound. You might think it's a bit heavy, but the braid these days is so thin you're able to get away with a fair bit. So plus with a rod so small, I like to have just a little bit more oomph when it comes to, you know, pulling power. So the line gives me that in this outfit. The one I'm about to use, going on to these flats now, is another one by Howler. It's a 1 to 3 kilo rod, 2-piece, K-series micro guides right the way through. Running a 2000 reel on it. 3 pound, I think it's 3 pound fluorocarbon on it. It's Yamato as well. I like to use the fluorocarbon when it comes to the flats fishing because I find they're a bit more spooky a lot of the times. We've got clear water around here, or clear in parts, so I just like to keep it nice and thin, nice and finesse, and that seems to work the trick well for me. Now, moving on, what have we got next? A few more bits and pieces which we think are necessities. Of course, we've got scissors, pliers, and split ring pliers. So the split ring pliers, obviously, if you stuff up your hooks or whatever on your hardbody lures, you just use these to get your splits and bits and pieces off rather than using your fingers and your nails. It's a little bit finicky and frustrating. The lures we've been focusing on today, the Pontoon 21 Crackjack range. So it comes in it comes in multiple sizes. The ones we're using today, the 48mm model and the 38mm model. As you can see here, we've got the 48 in DR, MR and a SR. And the 38mm model, we've got that in the DR. So in the 48 range, the deep running goes to around about 2 meters, the medium around about 1.5, and the shallow around about 800mm. Again, you can get them to work differently depending on how thin your line is or whether you work your rod up or down, as you would have heard me say many times before. The one I've just finished using is a little 38 DR model. So she probably gets down to about 1.5. It's been a little beauty to use, a perfect little jelly bean bait for bream and many other species. So that's as far as lures goes, that's where we're running. Now, of course, we've got the net here, is a must-have. The Minn Kota, or any type of electric motor, is a necessity as far as lures go. Well, it's not a necessity, but if you start getting into it, you're going to find you're really going to want one. When the wind's pushing you away or whatever, you can use the motor to guide yourself through that wind, keep yourself close to the snags and slowly creep along the banks to properly cover the water. Now, one of the other most important things, sunglasses. As you can see, I'm looking at you right now, I'm squinting. You do this all day, it's gonna hurt. You're not gonna be a happy camper. So polarized sunny is definitely the way to go. We prefer to use tonic. I did go from spotters, but there's a bit of a story behind it, and I've definitely jumped over to tonic for 2 reasons. 1, it's ethics and morals, and 2, they're just breaking all the rules when it comes to lenses. They're actually doing a lot of first off. So innovations is basically a revolutionary type lens. as far as Doug goes, feel you, mate. Keep going along with it. You're doing well. Well, yeah, that's about it. That's a few of the bits and pieces we've been using. The sun's coming out now. We've got a big cloud cover coming over, so we might get some more overcast conditions, which is pretty good for the hard body fishing, especially in the shallow water stuff. It just gives those fish a bit more cover, and they tend to be a little bit less timid. So we're going to go get back into some more action, hopefully. Yeah, I think I'm going to have something to eat or just relax. I'm stuttering all my words. I'm bloody hungry. Corn. Should open up a bloody food channel. Want some? It's delicious.
Show us what you're eating.
Corn. Delicious. Yeah, got ya. Yes. Come on, come on. Yeah, boy. Haha. Hey, no you don't, mate. No you don't. Beautiful. Come here, come on. Whoa, Jaco. There we go. Oh yeah. Wow, look how dark he is. There you go. That was that. Right up hard in the structure. Just off a little stick there. The colour of that one was a Ghost HG gill in the Crackjack 48. It's a shallow running model. Yeah, lucky. He almost had me tied up for a sec. I mean, not a big fish, but again, fishing the fluoro and you get them tied in and all they got to do is a little run that way and you're gone. Wicked stuff. Get him back in the water, you get some more fish. Some more. Everybody wants more fish. Whack, got ya. Yes. Yeah. Ah, come on, mate. Yes. Ooh. Making things hard for the cameraman. Oh. Whack. Ah, this is pretty good fun. Come here, mate. Right. Whack. They're just coming in by the handful. Bleeding tiger prawn, 48 model in the shallow running. Wicked. What I love the most is the colours that we're getting out of the fish from this area. They're taking on the colours of their environment, so very tannin water, so they're taking on the golds and dark flanks of that. Just a wicked looking fish. Yeah, can't complain with it.
Yep. Are you ready?
was right to an extent. Well, I guess you were right, I just didn't, that was my fault, wasn't it? Got ya, yes, yes. Twitch, twitch, pause. Oh yeah, we've got a good little bite going on here. Come here. Yeah. Yes. Well, Chris basically called that fish. Next cast, he said, put it in the next cast, missed the hit. Put another cast in, picked him up. Good stuff. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. We've exhausted our resources. We've had enough. The day's come up, the fish have gone down, and we can't get any more. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the episode anyway. That was a little bit of a rundown on the Pontoon 21 Crackjack range. I hope you learned a few things. We're not claiming to be experts. We were just showing you how we do it, and we fail most of the time. So anyway, if you'd like to support us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have the online store which supports us getting these videos for you. So it's weflickfishing.com. The YouTube channel is weflickfishing. We're on Instagram, Facebook, all the rest. And I'm struggling to hold ground. The wind's picking up. I've had enough and I'm going home.